Now it's Saturday morning and we've got not one, not two, but three viewings on the little Citroen C1 behind me there this morning. And I'll explain the significance of that to you. Now obviously three viewings on one car booked in the morning is unusual to say the least. So what's special about this little Citroen C1? Well, nothing in particular. What is different about it is the way that I marketed it. Now, I got a kick up the arse the other day. I was doing the podcast with Joe at Shifting Metal, and we had James from Car Dealer Magazine on there. And James has got a very successful magazine, Car Dealer Magazine, and he decided in order to be a good reporter, I guess, he's going to try selling cars himself. So he set up a business from home. And as we were discussing with him on the podcast about how he preps a car, he was saying all of his cars sell quite quickly within about 14 days. He's very selective as to which cars he picks, but also none of them go up for sale until they are completely machine polished, MOT'd, totally valeted, and then he'll do 50 photos per car and a walk around video on each car. And it gave me a kick up the rear because I realised that's how I started out, and all my cars moved quickly, and I've got really slack. So a load of my adverts on Auto Trader are about to run out for all this stuff out here. They're about to run out because what I've done with them is the sort of traditional car dealer thing. Got them in and hurriedly done a couple of photos and put them up for sale on Auto Trader. I hadn't done loads of photos. I hadn't machine polished them yet. I hadn't MOT'd them yet. I hadn't done walk around videos. But I was paying Auto Trader to put the adverts up. And during that discussion, obviously back from my marketing days, when we were designing a lot of marketing stuff and obviously doing a lot of research on things like pay-per-click and online advertising, is I know that the algorithms are so aggressive now that you've really got, like as I was saying in the podcast, one bite of the cherry to get your advert up. If it doesn't get views early on, the algorithm's going to push it down the list and it's not going to appear as often as it might do if you made it 100% straight away, made sure you had all those photos there, you had that walk around video. So I decided to let all those adverts lapse and take that advice and take that reminder and experiment first with the Citroen C1. So I stopped everything else and I just got the Citroen C1 100% ready. I did my bits of paint on the corners. Which I think probably shown in the previous video. I took way more photos. I machine polished it first, and then I took it round the back to a nicer environment, made sure the sun was out, took loads of photos, went into the photos and edited and made the lighting nice and made the the car look at its best, did a really full-blown walk around video on it, and then I put it up for sale on Auto Trader. And it was up for about 3 days. Yesterday being Friday, the phone just started ringing and everybody was ringing on the Citroen C1. Now don't get me wrong, Citroen C1s are always popular, especially the VTRs, because they're fantastic first-time cars. But I think that does show that it was well worth that extra bit of effort, because I can now say to the first person they try and negotiate a price down, don't worry, I've got another person on the way, and if the second person and the third person on the way. So yeah, I think it definitely was worth the effort. So guys, end of Saturday, plot twist, the Citroen C1 didn't sell despite 3 people saying that they were going to come today to buy it. So first person decided that they wanted to think about it because it was her first car and this was the first one she'd seen. So she wanted to see more cars before she made a decision, yet they were the people that were adamant they wanted to be here before everybody else. Didn't seem to have any negative comments about the car. Dad thought the clutch was biting a little bit high. I don't think it is. I did say they're adjustable on these anyway. But I don't think that was the reason for it. I think the girl genuinely wanted to see more cars. Second customer that wanted to come and see it and was worried that this first person was going to buy it actually came around and said, I saw the Fiesta yesterday. I'd actually rather she had the Fiesta. So he has put a deposit down on the Ford Fiesta 1 litre EcoBoost. And we're going to get all the EcoBoom comments now, aren't we? He knows all about those. We had a good discussion about it. I said we were going to drop the sump and check the strain. I said, but realistically, it does need a cam belt. And if we go 50-50 on it, I'm happy to do that with you, which, to be fair, is a big discount, isn't it? Because effectively, I might be giving him £400 because it's going to cost me £900 for it to be done. He's paying the other half. So, but I did charge full retail for the car. There was no discount on the car itself. And I normally go slightly under full retail anyway. So yeah, I'm getting full price for the car, but the customer's getting the half price cam belt. With that cam belt done, it'll be good for 10 years, 100,000 miles after that. And to be fair, I'd probably want my daughter in this over the older style C1 anyway. And my argument would be that that's a good investment, because most people with the C1 then change it fairly shortly afterwards once their insurance is at a point where it's affordable to, because they just, let's face it, they're a bit gutless, and you wouldn't want to be on a dual carriageway in one, really, would you? So I think that's probably a wise investment for them, and I think they were sensible to take me up on that offer. So third person who came to see the Citroen C1 for the day was a young lad, also looking for his first car, and again, it's the first one he's looked for himself. Dad wasn't able to be with him, so he was on the phone sort of coaching him through what to check, what to look at, that kind of thing. It was with his mum. He seemed to like the car a lot. Dad was trying to get him to negotiate £250 off the price, and I said that was basically, you know, dealers work off about 10 to 15% margin, so it wasn't realistic in this day and age to get that much off the car. And you could see at Auto Trade it was already fair price. Now, to be fair, the fair price that I had it out for £2,995 is £100 more than they said that retail value was. It was still shown as fair price at £2,995. So I said I'd give you the £100 off, because I always sell at Auto Trader or below. I said, but I can't really do much more than that. There was a bit of umming and ahhing about it. I needed to get home because I've got to take Mrs. Chop somewhere. And I said, look, I'm closing up and I don't do pressure sales around here. No one else has seen it before Monday. So go away, speak to your dad and make your decision and let me know by Monday morning. And if I don't hear from you, then it's still up for sale for somebody else. And if I do, then we'll get it down, get the fresh MOT on it, get the service done on it, which is, I'm still doing all those things, even though it has got an MOT running until March next year, I think. I said we'll get all those things done and you can have it with the £100 discount. So we'll see what happens with that. So how does that relate to my theory of putting into practice the other Jameses from Car Trading Magazine, Car Dealer Magazine, into practice? Well, yes, definitely got me more interest faster and didn't get me the conversion. Normally I'm 100% conversion. If one person comes to see a car, they get a car. So I guess today I had the old adage of my 3 rule, haven't I? I had 1 no, well, it wasn't a no, we're going to go and think about it, but I'm classing that as a no. 1 maybe with the lad, and 1 yes, but they bought the Fiesta instead. So it still got me a sell, to be fair. Anyhow, that's it. Close up before Mrs. Chops gets angry with me. Thanks again for watching my ramblings one more time, and I'll see you on the next one. Quick update, the C1 did in fact sell. The young man who came to see it last in the evening, he bought it. He messaged me on Monday and said I'd like the car. So we've got it down. I've just got it back from getting its new advisory free MOT and oil and filter change. It's all locked up though. So yeah, all he needs to do is have a light valet, and then he might be picking it up tomorrow, I think. So it did actually, in the end, the C1 effectively got me 2 sales, I guess, because it got the family up that then decided they wanted the Fiesta, which is down having the wet belt done. And it got me this one as well. So presenting that one car really well effectively got me 2 sales. So I think we can call that a success. I've been working my way through my other stock doing a similar thing over the last couple of days. I've got 3 more in the same situation. So I managed to do it with the i20. I managed to do it with the fantastic Capture at the back there somewhere. I managed to do it with the Peugeot, which I haven't featured on the channel yet. I need to go through that one. And then I've still got the Fiat 500 to do it with there, the Fiesta, the Panda, the Qashqai, and I haven't done it with the Mercedes either yet, so I've got a few more to do there. Actually, I've done it with the older Fiat 500 as well. And then we've got some more nice subscriber stock here that needs the same thing doing with it. So it's just a case of, yes, it's nice to get them all up for sale straight away, but take your time, get them all fully prepped. I mean, I'd like to get some of these MOT'd as well, so as soon as I've actually done that, I'm going to start dropping these down for MOTs. I don't like to do it before a Saturday, because on a Saturday you want the cars here, you don't want them down the MOT station. So because we're actually a week on now, so what we'll do is get all those down for MOTs now as well. Now they're photographed and videoed on Monday, we'll start getting them down for MOT, hopefully, because they're younger, lower miles, cleaner models, famous last words. They won't need a lot of work, and then maybe they'll sell just as quickly. So there you go. If you've been following on Chops Garage and started to flip a few cars yourself, just a reminder there that keep that early best practice going.